Tonight on WTOP-10 Nightly News, SUNY Oswego Dining has issued a challenge for students. We'll tell you how you can participate.
And a controversial speaker is making a reappearance at the SUNY Oswego campus. Who the guest is and what they will be talking about.
Plus, a furry friend is looking for a home, where you can fill out the adoption papers.
WTOP-10 Nightly News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Casey DeSalle.
And I'm Mia Dirks.
Freedom Speech Representative Charisse Trump is returning to campus on April 2nd at 6:30 p.m. in the space. As the executive director of Speech First, Trump leads litigation filed by students' members against universities that violate free speech. Trump, who has no relation to the former president, will discuss freedom of speech topics focusing on speech within university settings. The event is being hosted by the College Republicans and Turning Point USA.
Trump visited campus last year to speak in a similar event, which caused controversy between student and staff members alike. The moderated conversation became more contentious as the event finished. Some students worried Trump's presence on campus threatened the safety of minority groups, such as LGBTQ+ and Black community members. College Republican members said they did not intend to cause any harm, and Trump was only there to speak about First Amendment rights of all Americans.
Registration for fall 2024 is right around the corner, and here are a few tips to help the process go smoothly. By using the Check Your Registration Status link under the Fall 2024 term on My Oswego, you can learn a lot of information like when you can register, if you have any holds that will prevent registration, and if an alternate PIN is required for you to register.
As tax deadlines are quickly approaching, SUNY Oswego's Tax Assistance Program will soon return to Fulton and Oswego. The Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program, also known as VITA, helps community members file their taxes through an IRS-certified program. There are sessions scheduled for the coming weeks to help taxpayers out, happening on Tuesdays in the Fulton location and Saturdays in Oswego. Those interested should also bring W-2s, 1099 forms, IDs, and any other relevant tax information to start the process. If you would like help this tax season, you can call 315-596-2551 to schedule an appointment.
The Financial Aid Office will be hosting FAFSA completion events for students that are having trouble completing the forms. The events will be held in room 206 in the Marano Campus Center on March 18th, 21st, and 27th from 1 to 3 p.m., on April 2nd from 12:30 to 2:30 p.m., and April 5th from 1 to 3 p.m. Students should bring a copy of 2022 federal tax returns for themselves and their contributors.
Oswego Mayor Robert Corradino announced an upcoming meeting today meant to discuss the city's property reevaluation. Following criticism from councilors, the meeting aims to help explain increases in property tax in the area. On March 11th, property owners raised questions about the reevaluation process, but were not offered clear answers, so the mayor set aside time to provide proper information at the upcoming forum. The meeting, scheduled for this Wednesday at 7 p.m., will be live streamed on YouTube and will also be open to the public.
Spring officially starts tomorrow, but the spring weather is not here quite yet.
And this morning's dusting of snow was definitely a surprise for me. So let's take a first look at your forecast with Storm Team 10 meteorologist Brendan Rice. Brendan?
Well, you may have been getting used to the warmer weather last week. Alas, it was not here to stay. Just a few moments ago, it was snowing out here, but we're in a bit of a calm period. Regardless, Oswego is still under a winter weather advisory until tomorrow morning. Expected effects include lake effect snow bands and some gustier conditions. Although that advisory might expire tomorrow morning, the cold and snow is here to stay. As this week we'll see possible more accumulations occurring. But first, more of that later. First, back to the desk.
The names for the panelists to be featured at Career Services Women's Empowerment Summit in March have been revealed and include presenters from across the entertainment space. A Woman of Impact panel will be moderated by Star Trek actress Robin Curtis and will feature Jennifer Nooner, Christine Whiting, Chelsea Giovo, and Adriana Lowe. A Later Woman in Entertainment panel will also feature Robin Curtis, alongside Christina Galvin and Kayla Skipper. The event will take place from 4 to 7 p.m. on March 26th in the Marano Campus Center.
Two new events focused on the history of printmaking are coming soon to SUNY Oswego's Tyler Art Gallery. The current exhibition, which showcases prints from the Grant Arnold collection, focuses on prominent lithographers in the area. Remembering Grant Arnold's taking place this Saturday, March 23rd, focuses on Arnold's collection of American-made prints. Shortly after, on Wednesday the 27th, the gallery will host another event revealing a rare copy of Langston Hughes's Scottsboro Limited, one that features etchings printed by Arnold. The exhibition will be featured until March 30th.
SUNY Oswego Dining Services is launching an exciting new challenge. Today marked the start of the Oswego Passport Challenge. Students can pick up a dining passport at any of the campus's dining locations. Students then must get their passport stamped at each dining location. Once the passport has been completed, students can drop them off at any location on the card by April 8th. No purchases are required to receive a stamp. Students who complete their passport are eligible to win College Store gift cards and Laker dining dollars. The winners will be announced April 9th.
And if you plan to view April 8th's total solar eclipse, you'll need a pair of eclipse glasses to do so safely. SUNY Oswego's box office is offering members of the campus a free pair. Funding for the glasses was provided through an auxiliary services grant. You can reserve your pair online at the box office website. The glasses are available at MCC during box office hours from 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. Additional pairs are $2 each.
Governor Kathy Hochul is launching a statewide effort to protect New Yorkers ahead of the total solar eclipse on Monday, April 8th. The effort includes the distribution of limited edition I Love New York eclipse glasses at 30 locations across the state. You can find the glasses at New York State welcome centers and select service areas along the thruway, as well as a reminder to be wary of scams.
Still ahead tonight, stay tuned as we discuss Trump's financial struggles involving his court case bond.
Plus, Putin remains in power, how he secured another term when WTOP-10 Nightly News returns.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No,
right
but you've
here.
got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Roll it.
Jill
Should we
told me it
tell
was
him?
Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
Welcome back to WTOP-10. I'm your Storm Team 10 meteorologist, Brendan Rice. Here's a quick look at your weather headlines. Right now, there's still a winter weather advisory, plus winter surprise return, and where is spring? Plus some strong wind gusts ahead, especially during this week. So getting right into it, that winter weather advisory is over 3 counties right now, including here in Oswego and in Watertown. Some possible lake effect snow bands mostly occurring north of us for tonight, probably heading into the Tug Hill, but tomorrow we could be looking at some more here in Oswego. Now, New York, pretty famously, you might think there might be 4 seasons, but a lot of people online might argue otherwise. Right now, if we've already previously had full spring and then pretty recently had that spring of deception with this past week, some really warm temperatures out there, I'd say right now we're in about our third winter before we get to real spring. But it's going to be a long stretch. Right now, looking at those cold fronts moving in, this is our current conditions here on Monday. As we go into Tuesday, you see that front move out, and this a cold front moving right into our region. That's going to bring with it some snow into Tuesday and Wednesdays. Lake effect showers persist through most of the day. And we head into Thursday with even more cold weather on the way. And so might still be pretty chilly out there for quite some time, especially during the rest of this week. Snow totals in the area, we could be looking at about 1 to 2 inches from tonight to Wednesday morning. Some more localized areas, maybe near Fulton and the Tug Hill Plateau. As well as, remember, commute conditions. We're going to be looking probably by Tuesday in the morning especially, some probable rough conditions, some heavy accumulation of snow. And then by Wednesday, again, there's going to be snow pretty much continuous throughout the next 2 days, as well as a pretty good chance for some ice accumulation on the roads. So remember, when you're out there driving on the snow, be careful. Remember, skidding is always a possibility. Check your tires for ice and snow and remove ice and snow from your car. At your 7-day forecast, as you can tell, chilly temperatures for this time of year. Starting off this week, it's going to be getting in maybe up to the 40s by this Wednesday. But again, snow and windy conditions persist with those low time temperatures getting really down there. That's going to persist through most of this week. Thursday, a really good chance for some ice. As we head more into the end of this week, temperatures may continue to be low with some more snow, but possibly by next week, some warm weather could be finally here in Oswego. That's all from me. Back to the desk.
Trump's attorney spoke with a New York appeals court saying getting the bond is, quote, a practical impossibility. Trump's legal team says they have reached out to 30 underwriters to back the bond. However, potential insurers are seeking cash to back the bond, not properties. According to Trump's lawyers, Trump is asking the court to delay posting the bond until the appeal of the ruling is over. Right now, the bond is due at the end of the month.
President Joe Biden spoke with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu for the first time in more than a month today. The call came during rising tensions between the two leaders over the war between Israel and Hamas. According to the White House, the leaders discussed the importance of getting more badly needed humanitarian aid into Gaza. The phone call follows Biden's support of a speech by Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, who called for new Israeli elections that could threaten Netanyahu's ouster. Schumer is the highest-ranking Jewish official in the U.S. government.
Putin easily secures his position as Russia's president in a stage-managed election. Minutes after the polls closed, Russian officials reported Putin led with nearly 90% of the vote. Putin faced no credible challenge to his rule. Most of the opposition candidates for the presidency are either dead, jailed, or exiled, with dissent being outlawed since the beginning of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Although the result was inevitable, election remained important to the Kremlin as a means of confirming Putin's authority. Putin will now rule until at least 2030, making him Russia's longest-serving leader since Soviet dictator Joseph Stalin.
The Israeli Prime Minister is defending his plan to invade Rafah. Over 1 million are trapped and starving. Amy Kiley has the latest on U.S. efforts to help them before it's too late.
The U.S. is voicing concerns over civilian safety in Gaza, with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu doubling down yesterday on his vow to invade Rafah.
The majority of Israelis support the policies that we're leading. Go into Rafah, destroy the remaining Hamas terrorist battalions.
He promises to evacuate the more than 1 million civilians there, but U.S. officials are skeptical.
The evacuation, they call it humanitarian islands, and we welcome any credible plan to take care of them, but we haven't seen it yet.
Getting innocent people out could be even harder than getting aid in. That's so difficult, the U.S. and other countries are building a floating dock to access Rafah by water.
It's going to probably take about 6 to 8 weeks or so for all the pieces to get in place and for it to become operational.
President Joe Biden is reiterating his call for a ceasefire and a two-state solution.
This is the only path for lasting peace and security.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer calls Netanyahu an obstacle to such peace. He says Israel should hold a new election when the war winds down, drawing this response yesterday.
It's inappropriate for to go to a sister democracy and try to replace the elected leadership there.
The fact that Israel's most staunch defender in the U.S. Congress, Chuck Schumer, should be making these remarks should be an earthquake in Israel.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
The European Union is working with Egypt to handle refugees. It announced $8 billion worth of new support yesterday.
President Biden is signing a new executive order to support women's health research. The White House says the order will prioritize women's health across federal agencies. That includes looking at gaps in federal funding when it comes to health issues that affect women, such as menopause, arthritis, and heart disease. Biden has repeatedly signaled that reproductive health is a key part of his re-election campaign.
When WTOP-10 Nightly News continues, how Mr. Beast aims to break records with Amazon's help.
And the new bill in the Senate that may shorten your week by a day.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Shine on that boy.
Look at the bling. Look at do we got a diamond tester on?
Yeah, that's getting bad. Yep. 10 out of 10 recommend on Yelp.
We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine.
I'm gonna need that back.
No.
Kevin!
Now in consumer news, Oswego Health will be opening the new Center for Mobility and Rehabilitation as part of the Manor. The center will benefit anyone who needs physical therapy, occupational therapy, or speech therapy before they can return home. Special attention can also be given to patients following surgery, an accident, stroke, joint replacement, or a fall. The opening ceremony will take place at the Manor tomorrow from 3 to 6 p.m. and is open to everyone. A ribbon cutting with the Greater Oswego-Fulton Chamber of Commerce will take place at 4 p.m.
If you turn to Keurig for your morning coffee, the company will soon be offering a more sustainable alternative. They recently unveiled the K-Round. Instead of plastic cups, the coffee is bound by a safe-to-ingest seaweed coating. To use the new pods, you'll need to purchase a new machine, the Keurig Alta. Currently, the K-Cups plastic containers are filling landfills. The new product has developed in collaboration with the Swiss company Delicia.
And a new bill in the Senate aims to shorten the U.S. workweek to 4 days. But some people worry that this change would do more harm than good. Jen Sullivan explains both sides of the situation.
How does a 4-day work week sound? Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders wants to make that a reality, proposing a bill that would cut the work week down to 32 hours without reduced pay.
The sad reality is Americans now work more hours than the people of any other wealthy nation.
In many European countries, employees have shorter work weeks. France has a federally mandated 35-hour work week. Denmark has a 37-hour work week. Belgium has adopted a 4-day work week. And the UK recently tested the idea. 61 companies did a trial run of the 4-day work week between June and December of 2022. The director of the 4-day week campaign talked about the results last fall.
It was overwhelmingly successful.
Nearly 90% of the businesses that participated in the pilot were still operating with the 4-day work week 1 year later. 31 of those companies have made the change permanent.
When workers have that 4-day week, 32 hours, no loss of pay, they come back into the workplace working much more effectively, efficiently, they're better rested, also more creative.
The program also found revenue remained the same during the trial, and in some cases even ticked up slightly. Critics, though, worry it could hurt employers and employees in the future.
They would ship those jobs overseas, or they would automate to replace those workers for whom they have an increased expense, or they would dramatically increase prices to make this stay afloat.
Some unions support the bill, but it's unlikely to pass in the Senate. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
The 40-hour work week was first introduced in 1940, which is another reason Sanders says that it's time for a change.
YouTuber Mr. Beast has signed a deal with Amazon for a new reality competition on Prime Video called Beast Games. Mr. Beast, whose real name is Jimmy Donaldson, says the show will feature a $5 million prize and over 1,000 contestants. He hopes it will break records and become the largest game show in history. Netflix's Squid Game, The Challenge, has previously claimed the record for most contestants and biggest cash prize.
And our sports reporter Ryan Joyce is here to give us his report and the latest in sports. So Ryan, can you give us a quick preview?
March Madness, baseball around the corner, and Oswego sports coming up after this break on WTOP-10.
Welcome back to Major Discussions.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the Earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
Welcome back, everyone, to WTOP-10 News. I'm Ryan Joyce with your Monday Night Sports Report. The Oswego men's lacrosse team picked up a huge win on the weekend, 16-7 on Saturday, beating undefeated Alfred State. The Lakers were led by freshman Garrett Elston, who punched in 4 goals for Lakers, moving his goal total to 10 on the year, while 8 other Lakers chipped in goals as well. Sophomore Seamus Hand had 20 saves on the day, helping the Lakers win in his first year at goaltender. The Lakers face off next versus Utica Pioneers on Wednesday at the Laker Turf at 4 p.m. Charlie Griegas finished his prestigious Oswego wrestling career Saturday, finishing 5th in the NCAA tournament in the 174-pound bracket. After this weekend, Griegas cemented himself as a 3-time All-American in a season where he also broke the Oswego matches won record with over 130 wins in his career and 30 this season. Two teams in Central New York are gearing up for postseason play as the Syracuse women's basketball team made the field as a 6th seed, and the Lemoyne women's basketball team will play in the women's NIT. The Orange will head to Connecticut as they will await the winner of Vanderbilt and Columbia and will play at 3:30 on Saturday, while the Lemoyne women's basketball team in their first season as the Division I program will head to the women's NIT and will wait to see their matchup coming up Tuesday afternoon. The Yankees start their season next Thursday in Houston, but will be without their star ace Garrett Cole for now. Cole has been shut down early last week after having nerve inflammation in his elbow area. The new update is that Cole will be shut down for 3 to 4 weeks and then will need 6 weeks to build up arm strength again. The Yankees are going to go slow with Cole in the process and would like to have him ready by early June. But moving out west, the Knicks playing against the Kings, 2 caliber playoff teams. Kings 6th in the West, Knicks 4th in the East. Starting up early, Kings up 3 early in the first quarter. Sabonis driving down easy layup up and over Precious Achiuwa. And it's Sabonis with a pass up and over the top to De'Aaron Fox. Knicks still missing Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson taking advantage of it. 21 points, 14 rebounds for Sabonis. But Jalen Brunson taking over in this game. Easy layup with the left hand there. How about a step back 3 from the logo up the top of the key. And then one more from the corner. His 3-point shot. Bing bong, gets that one to go. 5 threes on the day for Jalen Brunson. Gets a kiss to the crowd there as well. Early third quarter now. Longest tenured King, Harrison Barnes. Shimmy move, step back 3 for himself. Kings now within 1. Crowd getting into it more. Jalen Brunson now with the basketball, bringing the whole team over. And your Italian cousin's favorite player, Dante DiVincenzo with a 3. Big game there for Dante DiVincenzo. And then Malik Monk with the pass from De'Aaron Fox. It is March. Both players played at Kentucky. Easy dunk there for Monk. 38 points, 13 assists combined for both players. But Jalen Brunson ended the game here for the Knicks. Up and under layup. And that's smooth right by him. Easy up and under floater, making Keon Ellis look like Tom and Jerry out there. Sneaks right by him. Knicks now 40-27 on the season. Kings 38-28 on the year.
Thank you. Brendan, can you give us a quick look at your weather?
Well, it's going to be chilly out there, but hopefully spring will be right around the corner. That's all for now. We'll see you after the break.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
The Kinda Late Show with Chloe and Anna. Like licorice, Twizzlers, absolutely nasty. The thought of turkey is just nauseating.
I think you're wrong, is what I think.
You think I'm wrong a lot of time.
I do think you're wrong a lot.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Welcome back, and thank you for watching WTOP-10 for your nightly news. And the Oswego County Humane Society has a new pet of the week who will soon be available for adoption.
Coconut is a sweet 1-year-old kitten who is energetic and friendly. She loves other cats and would do well with human and feline playmates. For more information about Coconut and other available animals, visit the Oswego County's Humane Society's website.
And that's all for our report for tonight.
Be sure to stay tuned for the break with Scott and Kaylee.
Thank you for watching, everyone.
Have a great night, everyone.